ready.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Hot Seat Podcast. We have a hot one for you today. But before we get into it, we want to give our traditional appreciation to the village. We appreciate you guys tapping into the episode, whether you're watching, whether you're listening. But we want to also encourage any of the new people to hit that subscribe button, hit the follow button for the podcast. And you can follow us on any of the social media sites, which are always in the description of the podcast episode or the video release version of the episode on YouTube. So if you want to be a part of the village, all you got to do is subscribe. And we want to continue to build our community because we need you guys' input through the comment section because we want to learn and grow and strengthen our marriage, our relationship, our family connection, all of those things as we journey through being a blended family. So we need those comments from you guys. We need those questions from you guys. So that's hotcpodcast@gmail.com. And if you're so inclined, because you love the content so much, you can become a village member by going to patreon.com, searching Q FLO Studios, where you're going to get the unedited, raw, additional bonus footage videos that the people who regularly watch this do not get to see. Mm-hmm. With that said, let's get to the episode. What's up, everybody? This is your host,
Q.
And I'm Flo, and we are back for this story time episode because so much has happened in the past 2 weeks. Some irritating, some funny, some shocking, some frustrating. But this will be a time. So let's get right into it because it ain't nothing but story time today, you guys.
That's for sure. That's all I was going to say.
Okay, what was that?
So our first thing is entitled...
Don't go with the title. What are we talking about?
The floor and water problems.
Oh, that's right. This is, I guess, the update or conclusion, if you will, to Flo's vent. Because I was hot. I was frustrated. I was irritated because we're dealing with multiple individuals, companies on different properties. So this has been going on since October.
Technically, yes.
Yeah, October, when we first realized, wow, this water bill is $1,600. We're going to get hit with another $1,600. Geez, what's the issue? What's the problem? We fix it. We think we're good. We contact the water company to tell us what to do. We get the landscaper out here because we're thinking this is a homeowner issue, not a builder issue. Come to find out, this is the issue that is at hand. This is the results to the request, to the variance, to the leak adjustment. We get told, no, January. Golly. The only issue we can do, quick summation, is go to the builder. All right, we get the builder involved now. Of course, over a month has passed, maybe 2 and a half, and they show up because it's January. It was November, it got fixed. January, the requests come in. I think they show up around February. So more than 72 hours, And so they show up. Of course, things are different. Things have changed. The issue's been repaired and fixed. And so we're pushing for some financial relief because as we're paying, as those months go by, we get the wonderful surprise that the water gets shut off in the midst of the builder being present, running its tests to make sure everything is good. And then they slap us with something I wasn't expecting because I got confirmation from a particular individual that started with the name S that works at the water district that no other additional anything's going to happen. Just pay this amount. We pay that amount. The water gets kicked back on. The following month, here comes that water deposit of $890. Wow. So now we calculate. Boom. That's that first month, $1,600 surprise. Next month, we already knew it was coming, which is why we moved quick. Another $1,600 or so. Then we tack on the $890. That comes to a total of how much? $4,290 in water. Now, when you look at that, that is more than many individuals' mortgage. Now imagine the pressure that puts in on our wallets, because little do you know, we ain't got it like that. We still young in our journey.
Oh, very.
So we ain't there yet. And
I'm saying, and my travel contract fell through.
well, I didn't get to that part of the story yet.
Oh, well.
So now here we go. So we going back and forth, we ain't letting it go. They consider it done. Here's your $275 because that's all we're gonna give you, because that's to repair the issue. And we're not covering defects and property damage and monetary loss and all of this stuff. And I come back with defect. What are you talking about defect? What y'all installed you didn't do correctly. So they did not flush out our entire system, get all that dirt and gunk and all that stuff out of there, make sure it's clean and pristine when we move in. You didn't make sure that happened. And so you shoot the water up, come back down. It made its way to the system. Now it damaged, not defect, damaged. Okay? Try to sneak and hide. Oh, look at what you did to your yard already. They had to touch. No, they didn't. Since when you got to touch the sprinkler system to put some turf on top of dirt? To put rocks on top of dirt? Come on now. No. So, we have wonderful, wonderful neighbors. They gave us a contact. We used that contact. That contact didn't deliver what it is that we expected, and my wife being my wife, and the fact that we weren't gonna let this go, and the fact that we already let them know that, look here, basically, 2 lawsuits gonna come at you. One for the water, one for the flow. And the max you can do is $10,000. And our lawyer is very creative. So you finna come up out $20K when it's all said and done. And then that's gonna be a stain on the brand. So she used her skills to go above. So now we all the way up there with the VP. And VP and her had a wonderful conversation after she get off work. And, oh, you know, I understand this and that and this. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, let's see what happens. Lo and behold.
It was a week later?
Maybe it's a week later, maybe it was 2 weeks later. No, I think it was 2 weeks later.
I didn't say it
She
wasn't.
forwards a collection of emails of the back and forth. And so the back and forth that was happening is similar to what we tried to do as homeowners, talking to the water district. Hey, can you go back and reassess, based on normal usage, and go with that and get that mess up out of here, because this is the issue that happened. They said, nah, so because we just lame folks, we at the bottom of the totem pole. And so we have to go the hierarchy. So we get all this email, we see what's happening, we see what's being done. I look at my bill. My bill was 140, 146, but I like to round it, I don't like change. So I'm finna pay the 150. So I come to look at the 150 and I see a credit. Oh, wait, hold on now. Wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished? So I looked at it, I'm like, hold on, I need to make a phone call because we ain't done yet. So we have a credit of $1,000 and some change. I'm like, all right, cool. So I got to thinking, I got to calculate in my head. I'm like, hold on. We've been paying every month. We did miss 1 month. We sure did because we thought it was going to be rectified quick. So I didn't pay in November. It's just the truth. So I kind of had to double up on the next month. So it's all good. So I missed 1 month. 1 month I missed in November. Call the water district. They let us know that, well, there's a water because you missed the payment. Okay, I missed payment in November, but you didn't hit us with the $890 in February. Until February. So I'm coming with the, okay, you give us that down. Okay, that's cool. What about that $890 though? I need that $890. I need that. Because I was told that wasn't gonna happen, but then it happened. But then you tell me, you go back to the recent phone call that tells me it has happened, and this is why it has happened. It already happened. So why would you go back to that phone call? Go back to the other one when I was talking with the lady that started with the S. So I'm like, I need that. So we got that.
We almost didn't.
We almost didn't get it because I'm expecting the phone call to be like, because I addressed it in the office. Phone call gonna be like, okay, what's up? Oh yeah. So, I got all that. I know all this stuff. I was in the office today. What about that 890 though? I didn't talk to him like that, but I'm just telling you. 890, I need that 890. Well, you gotta be accountable. You gotta know when you pay your bills.
Stop, no,
and
see.
all of that stuff.
No,
I'm shortening it up because we ain't got all
Yeah,
that.
but you're making them look bad.
I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I'm
Because
not.
that attitude did not come until you said a very particular something.
Okay, what's the particular
Which
something?
made the person on
What's
the other
particular
end
something?
become defensive.
Go ahead.
You were pointing out that they, the water district, should have notified us because that's their job. And
Because she brought up it was a drought. That's what I said.
Yes, and she was explaining to you that is a courtesy. It is not a requirement. And after that, then she proceeded to become defensive and talk to you about being held accountable.
That's true.
Because of what you said. Had you not said that,
Well,
I believe that it would have gone the way in which you
I can
expected.
name 3-4 other water districts, Southern California, that lets you know that you're getting outrageous because we're in a drought.
But it doesn't matter. They don't for
But they
whatever
don't because
reason.
it's courtesy. And
It's
then I have to
weird.
let it be known that even your people said, oh my goodness, it wasn't set up. It doesn't even give you the option to set it up when you opened the account originally. Exactly. So how was we supposed to know? So the 890 come through. So shout out to the developer, the VP, because I went in there and said, well, I guess I ain't a VP of a major home builder to get y'all moved. Because the pressure was, they made a business decision because they don't do that because they're in the drought. Like this one house, since this is a one time y'all have ever done it, supposedly that's being presented to us.
Right.
That 1,800 that we end up getting, which is still less than the 2K that we have to drop, but we just gotta move on with it. Really? That was gonna hurt you? It was gonna hurt you to go back and reassess for a certain rate. So that way, that's how we generated this credit here. It was gonna hurt you so much. It was gonna starve the next houses that are being built. Really? Okay.
And then simultaneously, as we're getting that news, we also start talking to the people about our flooring issue.
Because they're getting crazy.
If you guys remember, we have gaps in our floors.
You got gaps and you got the floor doing this and then doing
Yeah.
that. Not that drastic, y'all. We're just talking about a millimeter because it's not
really-
in variance. We over here got ocean on the floor, ocean waves.
Yeah. So while the water stuff is being rectified, the
Praise
flooring stuff is like on a standstill, and we're like, what is happening?
Like, what is up? And so I have to send all the emails. I had to send all the emails. The VP that did what needed to be done. Shout out to you. Come on now. Had to get the lower team to get it together. In my estimation, that's how I see it. Had to get them together, gather them up. Because certain statements were being made that certain individuals was treating other skin tones better than the other. So, that was brought up at an HOA meeting. So that lights a little bit of fire because now you ain't looking at two small claims, you might be looking at something else. And one of the people that had to come out and explain themselves even said that they want their job. They don't want to lose their job.
Sure did.
So I'm like, okay, so we getting somewhere. Now things is making sense. Now we talking. And so that came back with the amount that you spent on the floor. We just gonna give you that money that you spent. We just gonna get it all back to you. And I'm like, okay, now we talking, but hold on, wait a minute. Your price ain't our price. Because you big time. Y'all big ballers, so y'all get a little discount. So I need a little bit extra little change because it's gonna be at least double for us to replace the flow. Come back, that's not doable, it's not possible, So I'm like, okay, I got it. Again, our neighbors are so wonderful. They're so lovely. The connections in this neighborhood is just ridiculous.
It's awesome.
And so through that contact, it's going to be even less than the check we're going to get. Praise the Lord.
So not just that. That was obviously on the builder side, we have the contact person who's like, this is what we can do.
Yeah.
But we had our neighbor contact as, this is what I do. Find this, that, and the other. Let me know. I will let you know whether this is fair or not. All the things. Just because she's known about the water stuff and the flooring stuff and how long, and she's like, I don't want them to get over on you guys any more than what has already happened.
Well, it's not just she. We have another neighbor. It's not the only one. This collective, this community out here. We have other people that
Who's
we
talking about
talk
the
to.
flooring?
Oh yeah. Where do you think we got that from? So there's more than one individual that's involved in this, and they are lawyers. So look,
yes.
don't mess with this community, okay?
It's very close.
We got each other's back. This is like a family, like for real, in 2023, which is crazy. We high five each other. So I mean, it is what it is. But in the in between, that encouraged the builder to go ahead and cut this check here. It's the fact that who they subcontracted to install the flow, they're working together from the people that they got the material from, okay? The material people don't even want to communicate to these two because they don't want to get back their report. Because they don't want to take an L, I would assume. They don't want to take that L.
Sure.
And which is why they won't come back, because now they know, ooh, this is going to be a whole bunch of money. That's what I assume. And so before we get that check, we need the contact from the material company,
so that we can.
And come to find out, this material company is trash, because we went and got quotes from other people to redo our. They were like, ooh, yeah, we know about them. Oh, okay, so it ain't good.
But trash as of late, like a recent thing in the last few years, not prior, but the last few years, just
trash. We cut corners. So it's like, okay, all right. We still gonna get the report because that's part of this arrangement here with this check. And so that's the conclusion. That is the great and wonderful news. We're gonna have a water bill for probably the next 2 years because we don't use that much water. And I have decided to kill that hill. So that's even less water. And then in the front yard, we're thinking about getting rid of one tree, which means we're gonna have 2 bushes and a tree. That's even less water. So we're gonna be good, we straight. We appreciate you, builder, and we appreciate you, water company, for doing the right thing.
And Miss VP, we appreciate you too.
Well, that's what I was talking to when I said the builder.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's the update. So we got smiles on our faces. Sit back, relax, let money come in, not pay a certain bill for about 2 years. So I'm excited about that.
Fun answers. Because even though we're happy with what the end result is, it doesn't mean that we have not suffered the consequences of other people's actions.
Yes.
And are dealing with that now.
Yes. And that creates the irritating part. So we have this great credit. We would prefer it to be in cash. See, here at HOTC podcast, we're going to be honest, open, and transparent. So here's the transparent portion of HOTC. That time was tough, let me tell you, because in the midst of the storm, another storm smacks us upside the face. And so we get double storm. There's literally, maybe, let's just say quadruple storm. It hit all 4 corners and we are literally we ain't even in the eye. We in the middle of 4 winds turning different directions.
Okay.
Bills is coming and they coming strong. But the money ain't there. So decisions had to be made. Do we pay this bill or do we pay that bill? But then we got these bills, and then we got these debts that have to be paid. Planned debts, because we know how to make this thing work, because, I'm a money man. But when the water dry up, you can't dig quick enough to get down to an underground subterranean river or stream. We had a contract. Well, she had I don't do that job.
My contract that was supposed to be probably one of the higher paying ones that I would have had for quite some time, post COVID, fell through. They canceled.
Yeah.
Like 2 weeks prior to me starting.
Yeah.
And then contacted me back 1 or 2 weeks after I would have started, asking if I would come back out. Which I couldn't because all of my arrangements had been canceled. Because I was not going to be in Northern California.
And they wanted her to start in the same week.
Yes. But they also didn't want to help out. Like, hey, can you arrange living like the first month so I can get everything together? No. So I did not have a contract.
From February?
Until the middle of May.
Till May. Now all of a sudden, whoo! I got a cover. Ouchie. God is, go ahead. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Okay.
I can continue. God is good. God is good. Because again, the mind, He blessed me when it comes to numbers. So with that said, there are things called credit cards. You have good credit, credit cards, and I have about 20 of them. So I had to carry us through because it was a struggle. But even still, some things you can't put on credit. So the tough decision was, out of all the bills that have to get paid, there is one in particular that gives a little bit more grace than all of the others. And because you can't be in a house without lights, because you got kids, without water, because they funky and stink and they in track and things of that nature, you just can't do that. You can't. Can't cut back on groceries because you can't starve kids. You can't starve us. So the mortgage had to not get paid, y'all. It had to not get paid because we couldn't deal with the water being off. We just couldn't do it. You guys heard me talk about it last time. It crippled my ego for the 24 hours or 27 hours, whatever it was. We didn't have water. God, I didn't know what was going to do. And then for some reason, this system of toiletry is different because when we flush the toilet, it wouldn't even flush even when you fill the back head up full of water. It wouldn't even flush, y'all. So I don't even understand the tank. There we go. Toilet tank. Wouldn't even flush. So I'm like, oh God. So we had to hit that 2K towards the water bill. And that means a particular month of the mortgage can't get paid. Still behind. And that's where it's like, damn, we got the $1,800, but if we had that in cash and we could pay it towards that, we'd be caught up, but we are going to be behind for a little while. But that's where God is good. Okay, God is good. Financial struggles is real. Man, it was real. But God is good, Wilson Financial, got approved for some things. Another business got approved for some things. Wife, she working now. Q's working, getting paid a little bit more extra because, God is good. They be like, oh, her work is good. We short. Let's call her up. Give her some more hours. So, that's time and a half times 3, 4, whatever it is in that world. So God is good. And we get back on track. Because, boy, the stress was mounting. Profusely. Mounting. But the stress was mounting.
So you said mountain.
It was growing. Well, it was a mountain too. On my back.
A mountain of stress that was mounting.
Yeah, that's why look at this. I look different from the last time you saw me.
That's not why.
No, I'm just playing.
So I'm gonna take us out of order because this one ties into that one.
Oh, it does? What is it?
So because of the flooring in the water, we had the financial struggles, which unfortunately affected Desert Flower.
Oh, yes. Our other property, y'all, our rental property. That's another thing that we've been dealing with the same time we've been dealing with this property, the house that we have.
That's one of the 4 wins.
Yes, because
Which actually started around
There's-
the same time.
It started at the same time.
November?
Yeah, October, November, same time.
Yeah.
Y'all know the story. Do y'all know? I don't know if y'all know
Yes.
the story.
They know
But the toilet-
about the toilet, which became a
If you
septic
knew.
tank.
If you knew.
Oh, so we can surmise, but not actually surmise the one story, but we can't surmise this story,
I'm about
which
to
is
say,
older.
yeah, they came
I was
out.
going to surmise it. I got this. Thank you. Take a break.
I don't want to take a break.
I know. This is not Flo's event. Take a break.
This is therapeutic.
So, we asked for the insurance person to send someone out to check the toilet. They were like, but
Insurance,
this
home warranty.
home warranty person to check out the toilet. They sent a plumber and they were like, we're going to check the septic tank. Didn't check the toilet. As they're fixing that, which took forever, the kitchen floods. Find out the toilet's still doing the same thing. Oh, you never checked the toilet. Send somebody else out. Let's fix the toilet.
From the same plumbing company.
Yes, they fixed the toilet. Now we go into the kitchen. We have to demolish the entire kitchen. This is so terrible.
This is
We
bad.
have to air it out. We have to do this right now. No time to think. They do that. We have no kitchen. And we're just waiting. Like, okay, so...
And can't use the toilet
No.
because it keeps flooding the septic tank.
Yes. So, what?
Or overflowing the septic tank, I should say.
They started with the septic tank in November. By February, they finished the septic tank because they had to pump it and treat it. But for whatever reason, it took forever and 17 years for them to do that. Then,
Same company checked the kitchen.
yeah, that same company checks the kitchen after, pulling everything out because it has to dry off. And they're like, y'all broke this thing outside and that's the reason why. A pipe that led out of the house, we broke, and that's why the inside of the house, the kitchen, flooded.
We stuck a crowbar, down off in there before the demolish of the kitchen, and we, broke the pipe that way.
We popped the top off, even though it was a twist-off cap. And that's why the flooding went into the kitchen. And
The insurance is like, good luck, Chuck.
yeah, we're not covering that because you damaged it yourself.
I mean, home warranties said good luck, Chuck.
Yeah, you damaged it yourself. And I'm like, we did not do none of the things.
Second opinion.
This is a older community. I can guarantee you, none of these people walking their dog was like, you know what? Let me go get a crowbar.
Like a car that declines. Run it again.
Yeah. So they're like, well, you can ask a second opinion. Yes, second opinion. It took about 3 weeks for the second opinion company to actually get back to us to schedule an appointment. That guy came, ran a scope down the kitchen sink and was like, I don't know what he's talking about, but here's your crack right here. Under the concrete foundation of this kitchen, there is a pipe with a crack in it, and that is why it was leaking.
Yeah.
Oh, not a crowbar outside? No, that wouldn't even cause...
Not the twist off that leads outside, the little twist nozzle? No.
That wouldn't even cause a leak in the kitchen. Oh.
It would be outside, growing weeds like crazy.
Okay then, so he, on that day, fixes that. We get coverage for that. We submit that information back to the home warranty, who then contacts the insurance people.
No, they cause confusion because it's covered in full, but then it's not covered in full, but it's covered in full, then it's not covered in full.
Oh yeah,
So
depending
we
on
had
who
to
I'm
come
talking to.
out of pocket, okay? We had to come out of pocket to pay that.
To pay for him to
Fix that.
the pipe.
Then we had to pay again because you had a little twist off, the shut off valve, because that
The water valve, but
the
that's
water valve
later.
that was broke. It don't matter, that's
But
part
yes.
of the situation. So we had to pay for that also, out of pocket.
But as far as the actual kitchen, that's covered. The cabinets, those things are covered. But
We in January, y'all. This thing started in October, November.
we are in June.
No, I'm just saying the story that we're at. We're in January and he fixed it, and then the restoration company kicks in around February and they start submitting us estimates and stuff.
Yes, but we're still in June with an unfinished kitchen. That was about
Why
to
are you going
be.
forward? We gotta stay. Come on now.
Why? That's the whole point of the summation. That's why I went to surmise the story. Because your last summation wasn't a summation. It was a retelling.
Hey, some folks is new. They're not going to go back to the episode. We don't know which one.
Well, then if that's what you wanted to do, you should not have added in the other thing because that came later in the story. That's out of order.
No, it's not. It's in order.
It is not. Anyways, so the slab leak gets fixed. Every time I try and call the company about something for the kitchen, they keep going back to that. And I'm like, no, that is fixed. I'm trying to figure out why we still can't build the kitchen that we haven't had since last December, November. Let me check on that for you. It's not covered. It's fully covered. That's we go back and forth. It's February. Oh, no, you're fully covered. Now the restoration company is sending us quotes. We're explaining to them in detail, this is what we want. And then they send us back, what is it? What's it called? Not
an estimate.
Yeah, they send us back an estimate where somehow they demolish one of the walls for the kitchen, push the kitchen out, fix this part of the side because they had to demolish the wall, add in, and
it was $54,000. What?
We're all sitting there like, who said we were expanding the kitchen? And nobody said those things. So we're trying to figure out how they got that. So we finally got them to take that off and send another one. And we're like, yes, but we said we wanted the cabinets like this. And we weren't going to do, or we were going to do cabinets up top. Oh. So it's, send me everything you want.
Probably too much.
Yeah, no. Send me everything you want in an email and then we'll fix it and send it back to you.
I've sent this already. I sent pictures. I sent detail. I sent dimensions as best as I possibly could in an email.
And then you know what they do? They send us back another estimation where only one of the things on the list is corrected.
And so now we going line by line. What is this? I didn't ask for all this. Insurance approved this amount. Now any smart person would be like, they approved that amount. Let's get creative. We're gonna go under that amount. Get that off. Get that off. Get it off of here. We didn't ask for that. What are you doing? This is real simple, basic cabinets. And that was the one thing. They didn't put the cabinets in, y'all. We over here like, are you $6,000? $6,000 for cabinets? I lost your everlasting money.
Basic standard cabinets.
Standard. I said in the email, standard cabinets. It's real stupid. Make this simple enough, okay? Someone watching is gonna know what I'm talking about when I say that, because I don't want to insult people's intelligence. But we made it simple enough, okay? Real simple. Then cabinets come in. What kind of cabinets we got?
And soft close.
No wonder it's so darn expensive. No wonder. Because again, we're not professionals. We want the same cabinets we got in this house where we're recording right now over there at the other house.
They are not soft close.
They're not soft close here. They went with the soft close. Well, no wonder it's so darn expensive. Even more expensive for cabinets up top. Get rid of them things. We're not doing cabinets up top. We're gonna do floating shelves. We'll do it ourselves.
Don't worry about it.
Don't even worry about that.
Pantry, don't worry about it. We will do
Pantry,
it.
$10,000.
Just for the pantry.
Just for us custom, you know.
We will do it.
No,
leave it alone.
Get that out of here. We went from 54 to 34. Look at the 34. What is this doing here? Come on, y'all. Get that off. Fine, we got it to the sweet number where we need it to be, y'all. Yes, Lord.
Thinking that everybody was on the same page because by this point, the person we were talking to and the gentleman who does the cabinets were there and they were measuring and we were talking while they were measuring and this is what I want and this and that. Man, that's gonna look weird. No, sir, this is what I want. Period. That's what we're gonna do. Okay, I can do that. We'll do that. We'll move this. We'll put this here. We got this.
Yeah.
Standard cabinets. This is gonna have to be.
We did mess it up by the type of sink that we bought because again, we're not professionals. We didn't know. We just, this is a nice farmhouse sink. Ooh, this porcelain, whatever it is. And it's got a little tray, it's got the little slide over cutting board, just wonderful.
Which we were fine with.
So you had to switch it up and go cut. Okay, we got it. What's irritating is we say 12 inches. Okay.
No. What's irritating is we told them butcher block on all these surfaces.
Oh, wow.
And we're going to do a bar stool seating on the other side. We want 12 inches. They say, oh,
we got you.
We can do that.
So they install a butcher block, y'all. Somehow they thought they were excused from doing it behind the sink. That's where the towel was, y'all. Come on, talk to me. Make it make sense. How you forget that? Oh, we can't do that. We can't. No. Don't tell me what you can't do, because it's what you can do. You just choosing not to do it. But the frustration and the longevity of this ridiculousness, you're at least gonna do that. We'll figure the rest out later. We'll figure the rest of it out. Just come on.
The irritation.
Then we pull out the measuring tape.
The irritation comes from the fact of we all had a whole conversation, pointed out exactly where we wanted everything to be. You were like, yes. How is it all of a sudden now a no? What you can do didn't magically change overnight. Well, we've never been. Well, then when we told you, you should have said we've never been, not yes, okay. It doesn't make sense. Okay, go ahead.
All right. So we're gonna figure out the rest of that windows. We're gonna do it on our own because
for that particular window.
Come on, y'all.
What are you doing?
I need some. This, y'all. This is a slab, right? All you got to do is cut up maybe a 1/4 inch, cut it during that way. So you got your little L. You get where I'm going? You just set it up in there. That's all you got to do.
Oh.
But you can't do that. All right, get out.
Fine, whatever.
Get out. Forget it. We'll do it on our own. That's fine. We got an extra piece of the butcher block anyway. We'll figure it out. Just get the stepping. So now she pulls out the measuring tape.
And I didn't even have to. I was looking. So I hadn't been back to the house. Flo had been going to and fro.
Every day. You know, sometimes they don't even show up on your boy. So I didn't drove all the way
we'll
out
be there tomorrow. And then we can't come.
I'm at the house. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. For a whole
I'm
week.
already on the road. I'm like 12 minutes away. And now you're going to call me and tell me you ain't showing up? You got to be.
Yes. So this is my first time back to the house because I've been seeing it via FaceTime or pictures. And I'm looking and I'm just like, this bar stool seating just doesn't look right. So I take a chair and I go sit down and I'm like, this is not the right size because I know that because I fit there perfectly. Now, for those of you who don't know, I am 5'2". I am not a tall person. So if we have 12 inches, there's no way I should be able to sit in my chair and my feet are touching the wall. And there's supposed to be 12 inches between us. No. He can't even sit there unless he's got his legs off to the side like he's trying to sit side saddle. Because it's not. And I'm like, this is not 12. Yes, they said, no, it's not 12 inches. So my sister go gets the measuring tape. They cut it short.
Cut it short, 2 inches, y'all. Those 2 inches matter because ours is 12 inches. And the fact that we saying inches has my mind going left. So I hope y'all laughing with me internally.
I figured especially pause.
Pause, as people would say.
Anyways.
This is dumb. I ain't pausing nothing. So I sit over there, them 12 inches, perfect. Yes, I said it like that. Perfect. Feels great. Knees don't hit nothing.
So
feet
comfortable.
don't hit nothing. Just perfect seating
Warm and
on those
cozy.
12 inches. So I go to the other house. My knee is busted up against the wall. Oh yeah, the back wall. I'm still going with the left side of the brain for a minute. I was like, this ain't comfortable. I need my 2 inches. You done cut my 2 inches short. I need it to feel full. You understand what I'm saying? So, I ain't feeling full. So what you gonna have to do? You gonna have to break me off some. So that 2 inch by whatever that is in width, take that off. Take it off the top, because I ain't paying for that. Come on, y'all.
Because it's now too late to repair all of this. Like, there's just so many things with this kitchen. There's just, we told them what we wanted. Even when we told them about the butcher block, like Flo said, he sent an email with detailed instructions and pictures. So we sent the picture. And then when it was come time, oh, well, the butcher block is out of stock.
It's can you send it to me again? Now that lets me know you didn't order it when you were supposed to.
Yes.
And because of that, now you're telling me it's out of stock.
And then the thing that irritates
Whole
me,
month, y'all. Whole month.
waiting for butcher block to come. But what irritates me is, well, we are going to get this, we're purchasing this, and then we will stain it for you guys for free. Well, darn Skippy, you're going to stain it for free because what I wanted already came stained, but you waited.
And then you surprised me with another $1,500 because you forgot to include the 12 inches in the original estimate.
You didn't tell us about it. Yes, it was on all 3 of the emails that was sent to you because the list you wanted from the beginning.
Yeah.
So, and then again, part of the conversation when you and the
measurement guy.
Yeah, for the cabinets and everything were there. We said it. He was explaining what it would look like. You're sitting
and
there.
how he's gonna cut it.
Bobblehead.
Yeah.
Yes. So, how?
And what makes it worse?
We're not done.
We were supposed to be done on Friday, y'all. You don't know what day this is, but it's supposed to be done on Friday. Monday. Because we couldn't finish it on Friday because, we had to point out some things that wasn't done correctly.
Before you get that, because we still have to talk about the cabinets.
I'm done with the cabinets.
And how they measured them but didn't measure them. And then Jimmy rigged it.
Okay, we can talk about it. Quick explanation. They're professionals. They know. They should know the gap. If you know the gap and we're doing standard cabinets, this whole time we're thinking standard regular cabinets. They come at a certain depth. Certain depth. It goes deep to a certain amount of inches. You understand me? So that gap is bigger because it's, I don't know how they
built the cabinets we had before were custom.
Custom. They're extended wider. So what that means is they have to fill in that gap. So they fill in that gap with 2 slabs of wood. Then they put the nice little border thing on the top. But when you do that and you're cutting, you're not getting the ends that are still white. So when you cut, you see wood exposure. So on 2 sides of the cabinet, we got wood exposure. We're trying to figure out what's happening. Did you not measure the cabinets right? No, it's because it's standard cabinets. And so we had to be creative to fill in the rest of that gap because otherwise we spending money filling it up with concrete or finding an extra piece of that particular type of flooring that was put in who knows how long ago. You're not going to have any luck doing that. So we had to do this. Why would you not explain that?
When you took the measurements and we were talking. Because again, the measurements didn't change. The measurements didn't change. A standard size cabinet didn't change. That's why it's called standard. It is what it is. So if you're taking the measurements and you're like, yes, we can do standard. At that point, you should have been like, actually, we will have a gap here.
We could do standard width, but not depth.
Yes, but
say we're going to have to do this, and this is what it's potentially going to look like, and this is how we can clean it up to make it blend in together in one piece. All right then, but you don't do that. We have to bring it up and then get upset about it and all this stuff.
Because they Alice in Wonderland us. Painting the roses red. They decided, they're not going to notice that this is wood. We're just going to paint it white so it blends in. It does not blend.
No, I knew there was
it has holes.
I knew they were going to paint it white. That's a surprise to you, but
yes, but it has. But that's the thing. It doesn't blend in because it has holes.
Okay, so
Irritating.
we're supposed to be done on Friday because X, Y, Z. Because the guy that showed up was only told to put in the cabinet on the left side of the sink and then to do some touch-ups in the paint, and then he's out of here. Wait, hold on now. You told me. Oh no. Y'all said Friday was the day, y'all. Y'all said Friday was the day everything would be done, and it ain't. So we come back Monday. Monday is supposed to be the final day, y'all.
After much deliberation.
Oh, Monday's supposed to be the final day, y'all. We so excited. They're putting things together. It's looking good. Yes. Once we get them floating shelves in there,
It's gonna be amazing.
that custom pantry gonna come a little bit later. But once the float, it's gonna look clean as a whistle, y'all. Clean as a whistle.
And then,
So they put their hood on. You gotta put the hood on there. You gotta anchor it in, drill it in. You gotta make it do what it do. Boom, it's set there. I'm like, oh, looking clean. Yes, let's do this.
all our dreams were destroyed. In an instant.
Trying to put that special, cap to cover up the inner wiring and the plastic hose that connects to the
vent. There it is.
Vent. Yeah, so put that in there. Oh, and I'm gonna say, shit! I was like, oh no, what happened? The kids come running out. What happened? Get back in there. Get back in there. The tenant come on out. Well, what was that? It was the hood, y'all.
So
I didn't want to go see. I couldn't go see.
The hood we bought.
Had
glass framing, like a little umbrella. It was so beautiful.
Oh,
pristine. It was awesome.
Got a little curve to it,
And he dropped it.
Oh, shatter. One thing we did learn that is that butcher block is strong, y'all. It's strong. It's powerful. And then, God, dog. I didn't want to go see it. Our tenant, I was sitting there chopping on it with her. I was just like, you go find out. She went out there. She looked. She came back along into the room. What they say? I didn't say nothing. I'm like, what you mean? You gotta go find out. I didn't want to see it. I'm just laying down like, oh God, another bill. Come on. Another bill. Because time is money. So it's just like, come on. Oh, godly. And what's irritating is we're responsible for the upkeep and care of a home, which is supposed to be a safe, clean environment and space for the tenants. And they have been without a kitchen since fall of 2022. And we are summertime of 2023 and it still ain't done.
And we were you know what makes it worse? I mean, all that's terrible, but we were this close
That's
being finished.
That's all they had to do. That's all they had to do. They magically were able to put it dead center, unlike the unorthodox stupidity of their original builder to put it off center to the gas outlet, to have the exhaust over here and the gas outlet over here. So you got to snake it on over. That's stupid. So they were able to get it dead center. So we looking good because all I have to do is patch that hole up and we clean.
Yeah. And then slide the stove right on in there. And then we were done. We were done.
We did a certificate. We shoot that over to the insurance, give them a check.
Be done.
We good. We good to go. And it busted.
And he dropped it.
Busted.
So now we're waiting for a new hood to be delivered.
Not being paid by us.
Absolutely not.
For them to come back and do that only.
Prayerfully without any mishaps so we can actually be finished.
Because everything else they did, I made sure everything gonna be done, okay? Except that. There is no, we might as well just come back. Nope. Do every single thing today. And when that hood come in, get that thing installed, and he felt so bad because he was like, yeah, because it's coming out of your pocket. And he's like, so I got to drive back out here. Yeah, so do I.
Yes, and then once they get the new hood, once it arrives, put in and the oven put in, we will do the walkthrough.
Yeah, I'll get the certificate. We talked about
complete.
All right. Next order of business.
Now we get to
all this running back and forth.
the funny stuff.
Running back and forth, just driving back and forth to this house. There's another thing that we do. We run to these track meets, yo.
I was gonna say it's not even that, because how we talked about in the beginning, we had the perfect storm of all of the things happening in the financial and da-da-da-da-da. Now we have the perfect storm of being busy, because I'm back at work and he's always working, and then he has to go out to the house because they're trying to get the kitchen together and we have to be, or one of us needs to be there.
Kitchen, security, gates, paint, all of this stuff that's gotta happen.
And then the kids are doing track, so there's no like down day.
Solar.
Yeah.
All the things.
It's work to sleep to work to sleep to work to track weekend to work to sleep to work to sleep
clean
to
the garage.
Clean
the garage so people can do what they got to do.
Yeah, so we had the perfect storm of financial disgruntledness, and now we have the perfect storm of being busy. We can't take a breath.
Yeah, with the kids, but that's okay because we create these kids. We want them to be successful in certain things, and so we're gonna travel to these track meets. We want to be comfortable, y'all. We want to be chill and relaxed.
They're enjoying it.
So we go.
Hold on, they're enjoying the track meets, but once we started going far, and we were like, you know what? This seems like a 2-night stay. They were like, wait, what? Whoa, wait, we get to go somewhere, run, and be in a hotel? These kids are living their best lives right now, or at least they think they are.
And don't think we got it like that, because we don't. Because the past, see, what you did yesterday affects you today. Okay? And what we did yesterday is helping out today.
Yes,
because these hotels is free, y'all.
These points, man.
God, Lord. Yeah. You gave me a sight. Big G.
These points are...
So we got free hotels,
yes.
You know. So we chose this particular hotel because we like when we was hoteling back in the day. We go to different hotels, test it out, figure out the one we like. We know the favorite one, but that favorite one is too far from where the track meet's gonna be. And so we get close. We find hotels in the actual city close by. So we chose this one. We've seen this hotel many a time. Many a time it looked nice, it looked cool, looked good, okay? We get up in there. What's that smell?
Hold on. I would just...
No, let me continue my story. What's that smell? That's first thing. What's that smell? When we get up in the hotel room. Smell a little, we got the dogs with us, so it ain't the dogs. We know how our dogs smell. They ain't that bad because we keep them groomed. One of them smells like mango. The other one smells like flowers. I don't know. Not flowers, but...
No, he just has like a fresh scent.
Yeah, it has a fresh scent. So it's like, the heck is that?
I'm telling you guys, my nose is amazing.
Oh my God, leave. It just feel humid and stanky.
So...
I don't like it.
The room we were supposed to be in wasn't clean.
It's like Pomusky up in there. We're gonna explain it later because it goes right along with your story that you gotta tell as it pertains to this hotel.
So the room we were supposed to be in wasn't clean. So then they get us into this room. So we go to this room. They had not technically finished cleaning this room because they were cleaning the little drain cover for the shower. So I can smell that. But when you walk in, you know that smell of like stagnant air.
Pomusky.
Yes, so we can smell that, then I can also smell the bathroom. So we have the person come and fix that. So then we're over here trying to like, okay, well we probably just need to like circulate the air, the AC isn't on, whatever. So we over here messing with the dials and trying to get things together. Now, mind you, this can... You want me to keep talking?
No, go.
So mind you, this particular weekend, even though it's a track weekend, I still have to work. So, I got my work stuff, trying to do all the things, but also kind of support the kids. And it's easier for me to sleep when it's cooler. So first night, I ended up not having to go. I was like, oh, great. Yeah, I got called off. It's cool, whatever. Or called back off because I think I was adding that first night. So it wasn't my actual night to work. So we're still moving the dials, trying to turn the AC and get the things. And the air does come on for a short minute. It's better. Then it turns off. Then we're like, okay, open the door. Do something. Mm-hmm. Someone sit there so the dogs don't try to go out.
Because now we all,
in there.
We all in there now. So, the pressure of the skin and the pores is coming out. So yes. We got to open the door now, get some fresh air up in here. Then we read the sign. What's the sign say?
The AC is set by like an off-site...
it's community AC, y'all.
Yeah, so if it's under 55 degrees, the heat will turn on. Mm-hmm. If it's over 77 degrees, the AC will turn on. If it's in between there...
Power efficient,
And nothing is running. Mm-hmm. But you can ask for a fan from the front desk.
Come on, y'all.
So I asked for a fan from the front desk because I was like, I cannot.
And we kept the door open.
Keep it open. Pretty much. People were passing us like, why?
You know why. You know why.
Cannot. So, needless to say, that was strike number 1. Mm-hmm.
Strike 2, I'm off. Go see a scary movie.
Yeah, but all by himself. Kids.
Because she didn't want to come with me,
No, never.
She didn't want to go.
Not scary.
Kids, not.
They're asleep.
They're asleep. Soft intro to scary movies. They ain't ready for this. I forgot what I went to go see. I think it was Scream. Was it Scream?
It might have.
No, it wasn't Scream. It was something else. It's not that important. I went to go see a scary movie. It was Evil Dead Rise. That's what it was.
Okay.
I went to go see the second one. I enjoyed it.
So while he is watching the movie, the kids are asleep. I am in the hotel room trying to get to sleep. And I'm hearing stuff, and I'm like, let's just focus, relax your body, all the things, because sometimes my mind just goes. And as I'm trying to relax my brain is like, no. Listen. And the more I lay there trying to sleep, the louder the noise gets. I don't know if I text you.
You text me.
Okay, so it took a while because I was like, I think I know what I'm hearing, but I'm not entirely sure.
So now I'm distracted in the movie.
But I don't want to say anything. So it's probably like an hour into your movie. Mm-hmm. I text him, either somebody is having the best night of their life.
Mm-hmm. Sexy time, y'all.
Or
something tragic.
Somebody is being hurt very badly.
That's where the pumusty come from.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And he's like, huh? I'm like, yes, I hear it.
And so I'm like, they're probably making a porn video because that's only going to make sense from the smell that we walked into originally.
So, which I was like, well, that's great. And then I try to go back to sleep. It's not happening. His whole movie is done, and I'm still hearing the noises.
It's 3 hours, like, y'all. 3 hours. I'm there now, and I hear, it hurts. Stop.
Yeah, so I'm confused. I'm like, look, if this is the porno, if this is the best night of your life, I'm all for it. But if someone is up there being hurt, I am not okay. Mm-hmm. I had called the front desk and I was like, look, I even told them, I was like, I don't know if somebody is getting their back blown out the way they like it.
Or if someone back arched.
Yeah, or if someone is in serious, like if they're being hurt. I was like, but I'm hearing this noise.
And it's concerning because we have track kids in the hotel. We have dance girls in the hotel. And you just have adults. So there's a level of concern here.
Like, I don't know what it
right
is.
Above us.
So it's like, I told them, I was like, it sounds like it's the room above our floor.
And it was.
And then diagonal. Like, it's not the room right above me, but it's diagonal. So they're like, okay. So
I show up, they finally send someone up there.
Well, so the lady said that someone went, but they couldn't hear anything. But she said it's hard to hear from the outside of the rooms. So she's like, can we send someone to your room? Yes, send someone to my room so they can hear. Because I am not making this up. I promise you.
So I'm there with the security guard. I'm like, listen. He was like, okay. He go up there, knock on the door. It happens. They say, calm it down,
It continues.
And so now we're going to do the Forgetting Sarah Marshall at this point. There's a scene in Forgetting Sarah Marshall. This guy goes on vacation real quick, tries to get over the fact that he and his girlfriend broke up. Come to find out, she's at the same place where he's trying to forget about him, and she's with another guy. What makes it even worse, they end up being side-by-side rooms.
Oh, wow.
He meets another girl, trying to get over this girl. They get close. He hear Pound Town of his ex with this guy who he's met now on this vacation.
Mm-hmm.
They going at it. So now they decide to compete. The girl he's having fun time with, he's getting to know. She's like, let's battle it out. So now they're battling out. So that's exactly what we end up doing. And then went to sleep.
Really?
Yeah. We went to sleep peacefully.
I was not even going to say that.
Well, it's the truth.
But anyways, that does happen. And then it's kids off for track. I'm at the hotel with the dogs. We do our thing. In the afternoon when I get ready to go take my nap, guess what I hear? It starts all over. I'm like, I can't get away. So what makes this story funnier is all that happened. That night, I go to work. They're still at the hotel because they have track of the next day. I go to work that night. Don't you know it? Not my patient, but there is a patient who is mimicking those sounds. But the patient is confused.
Oh my
so
God.
They're just mimicking sounds because they're all by themselves in the room. And I'm just sitting, we get report, day shift goes, we're all getting our stuff settled, and I start hearing this, and I'm like, I pinch myself because I was like, I know I am not asleep. I am at work.
We got less than 10 minutes.
Okay, I'm like, what is happening? So the nurse of that patient was like, oh no, she does that. So then I tell them this story, and they're like, oh my gosh, it sounds just like that. It sounds just like that. So not only did I hear it the night before, that same day while I was trying to get my nap in to go to work, but I also heard it at the hospital for work. That was the same night I called you and told you about my patients.
Oh, okay. So someone was going to town. They were dancing the night away.
Just, my cheese and crackers.
And speaking of dancing, Ray got to enjoy her first dance, which was so cool. I was there chaperoning. They were dancing. They had their own little mini concert. The kids were singing different songs. Ray got to introduce all of her friends to a song by Iman. His song is Clean. So they got to enjoy that. It was so awesome. It was cool. So a little emotional because I never got to fifth grade dance. And then come to find out that they didn't kick all of our kids out of the district. Wait a minute.
Yeah. For whatever reason, out here, every year you have to do a new sign up to be in a different district.
Yeah. And I'm thinking, just like in custody battles, you don't mess with the routine of the kids, so you don't let us leave. Well, but now you're going to claim us back? No, you can't claim us back. We're going to establish some things, okay?
Which I was told, they always approve. Like, if you've already been there, they approve you. And then we get denied.
So we got to fight that battle. Because there's certain things that have been set up for Yvonne and for Ray with these schools over here. So that automatically going to include Achilles being in the same district. So we got to wait and see what they say. So we dealing with that. Now, in closing, since we gotta go. With that said, y'all, we're expecting the baby.